Andrew, firstly, were either of the men in front, do you think, did either perform better?
Well, Peter Dutton, he went in pretty hard, didn't he? And we're used to that from the Defence Minister. Look, I think they both landed blows on each other, but Labor does have a weakness in this area because they cut defence spending last time in office. It was 9 years ago. And I wanted to ask about China. Peter Dutton's been so strident in terms of saying Labor will appease China. He really heavily criticised Penny Wong here. He thought that she'd somehow be sucked in by President Xi, he was saying. So not backing away from those comments in Parliament that the CCP would want, that being the Chinese Communist Party, would want Labor to win. Let's have a listen to that Q&A exchange. You and Scott Morrison say Labor are about appeasing China. What do you mean by this? How would they appease China? And you said in Parliament the CCP wants Labor to win. Why do you think that?
There's no doubt in my mind that the Chinese Communist Party would like to see a change of government at the 21 May election. I think if you look at all of the language of Penny Wong believes that she can go to Beijing on a charm offensive and that she could change the direction of China under President Xi. President Xi, of course, would be laughing under his breath as he was entertaining his dear friend here in Beijing.
Mr O'Connor, your response?
Well, I don't agree with that conspiracy theory of Peter Dutton that there's some benefit for China given the position that Labor's taken in relation to China and its changed conduct.
So, as I said, a lot of it was also, apart from China, apart from the Solomon Islands, it was about Labor's defence cuts and Brendan O'Connor's accusation back that the government hasn't done enough in terms of defence capability up to this point. Peter Dutton said we didn't know we were going to be in this position with China even just 1 year ago, certainly not 5 years ago. Have a listen to a couple of those exchanges.
When the coalition came to office in 2013, Labor had cut defence spending to the lowest levels since 1938 at 1.56% of GDP.
This government has failed to deliver the defence capabilities that this country needs. They've turned on its head the Teddy Roosevelt maxim, talk softly and carry a big stick. They have failed the art of statecraft.
And, of course, that issue about how Australia has handled the Solomon Islands issue. Could they have done something to stop China reaching a security agreement there? And Brendan O'Connor was having a criticism of Peter Dutton on that. Peter Dutton wasn't wearing it.
The Labor Party talking down our country at this time is not in our national best interests.
Scott Morrison should have got on the phone to the Prime Minister of the Solomon Islands and actually pleaded with him not to go down this path.
When a reporter from The Guardian asked Peter Dutton about the Brereton report into alleged war crimes in Afghanistan, boy, he didn't hold back about The Guardian. Peter Dutton, he called it a trashy publication.
Daniel from The Guardian, one of my favourite publications, I might say.
I'm glad you read it.
I'm being sarcastic, of course.
Now, Ash, an interesting thing about this debate is this could have been a debate by the defence spokespeople, the people who, well, Peter Dutton wants to continue as Defence Minister and Brendan O'Connor wants to become Defence Minister. Even though neither of them might be Defence Minister, it's widely thought that if Labor were to win the election, Richard Marles would be appointed Defence Minister. That sort of leaked out. Anthony Albanese hasn't convincingly denied it. Nevertheless, it was quite an entertaining stoush on today, and we're a long way from that result. The election's very much up in the air still.
Always good to see both spokespeople debate on an issue and actually stand up and front up to their opposing spokesperson, Andrew Clennell, live there at the Press Club. Appreciate your analysis. Thank you so much for that.